What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Game 4 of the NBA Finals. It is Friday, June 10th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo. Get yourself $25 on that first deposit. But that's not all. Well, that's all for No House Advantage. That's not all in general. We got to talk about playback right now. Laffy and I going live again, watching tonight's game using playback. Keep your eyes peeled to my Twitter, to Laffy's Twitter, to Awesemo Twitter, because you will get the link to come join us, watch the game. The game is on the screen with us. It's just our stupid heads floating on top of it like it normally is, but we can all have the same experience together. We watch the game together, we chat together, maybe some giveaways, who knows? Come join us tonight. It's going to be a good time. Now, we round out the bottom of my top 10 with Draymond Green, Derek White, Andrew Wiggins, Robert Williams, and Al Horford on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? Time to find out. First up at number 5, we're going to Steph Curry. He is 16K. That's a big number. Projected for 44. Optimal lineup 47% of the time. This price tag just makes it really difficult to try to be different with Steph. 28% of the time he's optimal at MVP, 17% at star, but because of that salary, it makes it almost impossible for him to be in the pro spot or utility. Just 2% at pro, never at utility. So it seems like you should get Steph Curry more frequently, but because of his price, it makes it tough. 38 minutes, 32% usage, 27, basically 5.5 and 5.5. It's a great stat line, but because of the way all of the pricing works on FanDuel, you generally speaking get a guy at this price. And in theory, the way that Steph Curry plays, he should probably be more like 15K, and I think that would unlock him a little bit more. That's just not going to be what we see. In at number 4, we're going to Marcus Smart. Played a ton of minutes in Game 3. We'll see if he could do that again on just one day's rest. 10,500, projected for 32.5. He's in the optimal lineup 52% of the time, so he's the first guy to cross the coin flip barrier. He's sort of inverse Steph. You're probably not going to Marcus Smart at MVP, just 1%. 6% likelihood at the star. That's going to take a very specific game, but you don't want to sleep on it if there's no ownership there. 19% at pro, 26% at utility. So you can take the lowest multiplier if you want. I think that looks like a fantastic spot for Smart. Or at 10.5, works very easily in the utility spot. Either way works to me. 15 points, almost 5 boards, almost 6 assists. It's a great stat line for Smart. I went to 37 minutes. I don't necessarily think we can guarantee getting all the way back up to like the 39 that he had. I think 37 works. That gets Smart to 4. At number 3, basically the same play, just in reverse. It's Jaylen Brown, 14K, projected for 40.5, optimal lineup 53% of the time. So in the aggregate, Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart are in the optimal lineup basically the same amount of times. However, it's the scope of how it happens. 13% of the time, it's Jaylen Brown at MVP. You know, that's the opposite of Smart. 29% at star. If you're going to Jaylen Brown in that 2 spot, that's like the way more likely thing that's going to happen. 9% at pro, so you can still get away with it. 2% at utility. He sneaks in there from time to time. Wouldn't be one that I would be making a lot. That's more of a 150 max type play, but I like the 9% at pro. But either way, you're looking to get Jaylen Brown with a multiplier, or you're probably not playing him at all. At number 2, we go to Klay Thompson, and you can see we took a step up in tier here. 10K for Klay. Finally had a little bit of an outlier performance in Game 3. Shot the ball very nicely. Projected for 32. Optimal lineup 65% of the time. It's 38 minutes, 24% usage, 20 points, 4.5 boards, 3 assists, a stock and a half. Probably not going MVP, just 2%. You can get there with star, 7%, and we all know what that kind of game looks like if it's Klay Thompson. 21% at pro, 34% at utility. Klay Thompson and Marcus Smart obviously getting there in different ways, but shape out to be the similar play in terms of where you want to roster these guys. If you need just the value, you can go to Klay at utility. If you think he'll be a little bit more like he was in Game 3, you can slot him into the pro spot and get that multiplier. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder: like, subscribe, notification bell. Follow me on Twitter Comment section with your favorite plays. Sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo, and keep your eyes peeled tonight for the links to watch myself, Laffy, do the live stream for Game 4. We're going to be here for everything. You don't want to miss it. Your number one contender for today is Jayson Tatum, $15,500, $500 cheaper than Steph. That's interesting. Projected for 48, optimal lineup 67% of the time, 41 minutes here for Tatum. And honestly, as this series goes on and on, he's going to play more and more. 30% usage, 28.7 boards, 6 assists, 2 stocks, 49% likelihood of being the optimal MVP, 15% at star. You're probably not going pro or utility. It's either all the way to the top or not at all for Jayson Tatum, the number one contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Game 4 of the NBA Finals. There's a DraftKings version around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some of that money. We're back again for Game 5 in another edition of the Contenders.